have in my hand a CarDash camera. It's 1080p, so full HD, 2 megapixel, and it includes a rear view camera as well. Okay, it's a super kit. It's available with free delivery directly from freetv.ie. It's extremely easy to install. There's a slot for taking an SD card, and if you take an 8GB SD card with this, you expect about 2 hours of recording time in high definition. So very, very impressive in terms of its overall thing. And the basic logic behind this is you just want to be recording what's happening around you, but it could be an interesting, but generally people want to have it for insurance reasons, that they have a picture of what happened in front and back. So anytime you have a journey that's uneventful, it'll simply re-record over what was on the previous day. But if you have an event, you can actually just take out the SD card and come along and use it at a later point. So we have the dash here, you can see, or we have the camera here itself. So what I'm going to do is just move the camera out of the way here. We're just talking about the accessories before we come back to the camera. The first thing here is that we have the actual in-car charger here. So it has a long lead on, a couple of meters long, and it has a mini USB port here for charging the camera. We have a user manual, which is in English. We have a rear view camera here, and it just comes on this jack here, and just insert directly in, so you can be recording front and back at one time. And I'll display that in a few moments time. We have screws here, a little sticky pad for mounting the camera in the back, and then we have the actual front cam is obviously mounted directly onto our dash, okay, and that's done extremely easily. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to come along and mount the dash here, mount this onto the dash shoulder. So we'll just very quickly screw this in here like this, and once I have it rolling, I can just rotate it like that, and we'll lock it in. Okay, so then we just have to think about what we want to do with all the rest of it. What I'm going to do is I have, what I might actually do at this point in time is I'm just going to pick up a power supply. So normally what we have is we have it powered this way. What I'm going to do is, because I just want the work right through the filament here, I'm just going to charge it directly, as if I'm charging, let's say, a phone or something like that. So this is, remember, a mini rather than micro USB connection out. And I'll just do the connection here. So we have it in here. And if we come along here, it'll turn on automatically by itself. And because I have an SD card inserted, just show you the SD card slot, it's just here. So to insert it, I just push it in, and when I go to remove it, I just press down on top of the card, and it'll spring load and pop back out. We can take it out then. And we know it's recording, because number one, it always records instantly, and number two, we'll see here the little red light flashing there to say it's recording. And if I was standing clear, I would hopefully be able to see just past me onto the back of the wall there, okay? A chair, etc. like that. So hopefully that's showing up relatively clearly. What we do at that point is I'm actually just going to come along, and I'm going to take the rear view camera. What we'll notice is when the camera is connected, a few moments later, it pops up in the corner here. Okay, so we can see that there. So this is actually being recorded onto 2 separate files, and even though the back camera it comes up very small on the screen, it's actually being recorded in the same level of resolution, so we can pull it back and view it full screen size at a later point. So we've come along here and we decided, well, I don't want to record anymore. We're going to an area where we're going to turn off recording. There's no risk. I can just hit OK, and recording turns off. Turn it back on. I hit the OK button, which is the middle button of 5 on the side here. Okay. If we come along and I said to myself, well, actually, I've no interest in looking back at the recording. I only want to see it if there's something happening. What I can actually do here is I can just hit the mode button here. It turns off. I hit the mode button here, comes back on. So the recording continued throughout there. So even the screen turned off. So that's a more energy efficient way of doing it, we'll say. So if we come along here, and we're in the mode here now, we're recording. But if I wanted to go into the mode here, there's 3 possible settings here. I could come along and I could take a photograph of something. So I can just put this underneath, and I'll just line this up, and I'll just go OK. And now if I go into the menu button here again, I can actually just go through the recordings that I have on it. So we can see previous recordings here will just be displayed. And if I hit the menu button again, I can actually just go back out. So we have a number of things there where we can set it up to take pictures, to view pictures, and all the rest of it. And if we're in the picture display area here, what I can do is I can use the up and down button here, and we can actually just be flicking through the various pictures that I have here. You can go to the one that you want to record, and you can just quickly, and if you're on a video thing and you're playing it back, what you can do is you can use the up and down buttons to forward and fast forward, fast rewind through it. So you can see overall, we'll say, it's very, very easy use. So when we actually go to put in the back camera thing, we'll just see this thing here where we can actually run the camera down, and that we have this actual connector here. So we can disconnect this and reconnect it when we have it in the right position. So it saves, we'll say, any difficulty we'd have in running the cable through a very narrow point, because obviously you want to run it as discreetly as possible. So my overall impression of this is I think it's great. It's really practical. It's cost efficient to do it. You don't need professionals on it. All you need to do is buy this, and possibly the one accessory. It's probably pretty vital to have if you don't own one. Own one is an SD card. We're recommending an 8GB one, simply because it'll give you all the recording that you'll possibly need on this. And it's just well designed. I'd advise people to go online, check the prices that we have on freetv.ie, and also look at the specification we have on it, where a lot of the competitor ones are 720, that we have the full 1080p. So it's just a much better, much superior product to a lot of what we have, and the price point we have is great. And as always with a lot of the high-end products like this that we have, with free delivery on as well.